And I'm back with my misty forest. I heard it would be such a nice idea, especially as we have already autumn. I mix first a nice orange out of deep yellow and cadmium red, and I want the background, the rest of the trees, to be relatively not grey but not too strong in color, so I use indigo blue and some of cobalt blue. I continue with the sky, so remember to tilt your painting and wet the whole painting and add some of the cobalt blue. While the paper is still wet, I add some trees into the background, so some spruces as well as pines. Make sure that there has been enough water, so if, for example, the paper dries somewhat beforehand, wait until it dried completely and then add some more water there in the area where you want to add the trees, so those trees need to be quite blurry. However, I have quite a good idea where I add, for example, the orange trees, bushes or reddish yellow leaves. I don't add there this blue color, so I leave a little bit space there in between. The paper is still quite wet, and it's mixed now a little bit with the blue, and it gives a nice green which fits here, but also I want to have those orange green. I spread carefully some more paint, but I'm actually watching now that the paper is still quite wet, and at this point is also good to add the reflection into the water. And everything has dried, so now I add more of a contrast and add the pine there, so I have a very big pine. I recommend to use a ruler. I'm personally really bad when it comes to adding the trunks of the trees, and they look a little bit wobbly and not necessarily going in the direction they should, so I do have a line pre-sketched. And it's quite important if you really want to have here a contrast that add a very strong pigment, so make sure that as well that you have prepared enough. The branches of the pines are quite apart, so they're going from one side and a little bit longer, and then like to the other side. It's really like if you would be drawing for example a tree, Christmas tree. I add now more contrast to the beach area, so basically to the area between the water and where the island is sitting, and as well emphasizing more of the autumn leaves, so adding more orange as well. Here I added more stronger pigments of cadmium red, but I slightly mix it with the indigo blue here, so it's melting it together. I don't recommend to add too many details when doing this orange bashes, because it can distract slightly, so there needs to be a balance between some hard edges and soft edges. And other I have in my pre-sketch or pre-painting, I have done a little bit more details. It just didn't look right. It starts to be too detailed. Also, I wetted now the lower half where the reflections of the trees are. So I kind of oriented, of course, on the trees. A tip, what I haven't done here is though you can turn around the paper. So maybe this is as much more easier than doing it this way, that I have it steady. And as well here it would be not too bad to add maybe some straight lines. Because this is in the water, I don't use as much strong pigments in the colors or in the paint, and also the lower half is more watery, so it has soft edges. Then I add some birds, and that's basically it. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. Bye.